I misread your comment. I thought you were saying that the rover in the GIF you posted was rocker bogie. And I was basically saying it's essentially the same setup like that. I've made some small-sized rovers with proper 3 swivel point rocker bogie suspension. And while it's super effective, it was always ended up being more trouble than it was worth in a survival game. And the Clang Howie Kendrick Game 7 shirt, although technically the ship I link does have 3 swivel points, as it has a rotor. The Clang Howie Kendrick Game 7 shirt, tank top, V-neck, ladies tee for men and women, tank top, V-neck. I thought it would topple over and look cool. That was the intent. It was a failed attempt at a space elevator in creativity. I didn't know it would bounce up and down and wiggle. I also didn't think it would the ground when I removed extra blocks to get it to fall down. And I didn't know it would turn into a slinky after it hit the ground and the Clang Howie Kendrick Game 7 shirt. Learned much about Clang by knocking the tower over. I had the PC version first. I bought it years ago in early access. My PC can now barely start the game, much less load a world. Before all these graphics hogging updates were put out, I could play the game on PC just fine. TBH, it looks like a rope but with self-straightening enabled to an extent. Which is exactly how pistons work. They don't necessarily stay completely still, but they try to return to their intended position with the force set in their control panel. So, aside from the phasing to the ground, everything happened exactly as intended. The wavy bits occur IRL as well as a result of a sudden change in perpendicular force. And the bending occurs simply because of the weight of all the pistons. Official The Clang Howie Kendrick Game 7 sweatshirt, hoodie, sweatshirt, hoodie. There's a few that fit. On Amazon or eBay. The rear shock is 165mm you can fit. The denim NE36RC or the ARR1 or RockShox variants depending on your budget, as long as it's 165mm eye to eye. The front shock is a bit more of an issue as it's 140mm. So you can either fit a 150mm ARR1 which raises front end or an ARR 1125mm which lowers the front end. If the Clang Howie Kendrick Game 7 shirt on the front but scooter will sit 2 cm lower. But the other products